Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So I'm going to ring some bells here. They may be a little loud. You may want to turn your volume down if you are sensitive. We'll see what comes through. Go from there. If it resonates, feel free to like or comment. If not, don't make it fit. So at first, I honestly saw like that little monkey with the symbols. And then when I went to strike the bell again the second time, I wasn't making contact. I opened my eyes to try to see why isn't this working. If we think about it, if I'm not mistaken, that monkey we can turn up and it kind of keeps clapping. So we put an effort into something or an action. If we think about the monkey, that toy, it would have gears in it. Everything should just mesh together and work out properly. And it worked once, and then that was it. Where is this uh, disconnect in the flow of the process, whatever we're working on here? It is uh, like I said, hey, this should just work. I crank up this toy. Obviously, I can't see the insides. It's always worked this way. Why is it not working anymore? It worked once and not again. Got the Four Swords reversed. Restlessness. When I think of the Four Swords in general, the guy put down his sword and there's three swords above him. It's like he took a break from fighting and uh, going back to the where well, obviously, I wanted this monkey to clap his cymbals here, and he's not. Uh, Diligently or frustrated is almost coming through of trying to figure out why this isn't working anymore. It's bothering us. At the very beginning, it felt like something about like protection. Five of Wands reversed. Resolution. Uh, Obviously, we are trying to resolve this situation. Like I said in the beginning, it felt something like protection. If we're experiencing things that like, hey, I used to do this process and it used to work, but now what the hell, things are coming in, this isn't what's wrong. And it's giving, well, someone found out, worked around it. Let's see if we got another card or just this one. A Five of Cups reversed. Positivity. This is taking action on uh, so when we think of the Five of Cups, those three spilled. He's pretty disappointed about it. He's pretty upset. He's down in the dumps, and he's focused on them. Like that's what it was. But there's two other opportunities over here. Uh, Going back to that whole protection aspect, maybe we used to have some sort of ritual or practice to do so in our experience, and it's not working anymore. So we have two other options, and looking into those, what those options are will be personal. I mean, if, like I said, if we used to do something repetitively and it used to work and now it's not, it's not really being seen as a punishment. Let's look at it as like, hey, I'm expanding, I'm growing, I'm here to learn something new. Through that hardship or those experiences, we can look at it as, why is this happening to me? But what am I being shown to learn in this experience? King of Cups, balanced heart. Uh, Originally, it was leading with like spiritual protection and spiritual hygiene type of things, but this can also be thoughts. Like, hey, I used to just turn this off all the time, and this used to happen. You can look at it as uh, food or habits or anything in general that used to make us feel a certain way and make this emotion go away or kind of suppress it a bit or turn off our mind for a bit, and now it's not working. Now it's like, hey, it's time to view this. Maybe we had help along the way, and it's like it's time to fly alone. Like you are came to this point to do this. Karma, justice, sorry. the aspect of coming to this culmination to move into this new stage of our experience, when two things are pressed up against each other, going back to that, like, let's just pretend, hey, we had help for so long, and it's like, no, it's time. Prove yourself. You are ready. Tower, disruption. Just going back to that idea of the spiritual protection, however we're looking at and experiencing things that are obviously not for us, or it doesn't have to just be spiritual protection. That's how it was coming through here in the beginning. And we're starting to have a lot of experiences that aren't benefiting to us. They make it feel like, what the heck's going on here? You know, why is this coming in? These are these propelling moments to prove ourselves, to finally do it, to learn it, to finish it, to close out that cycle of so much being the student. Six of Wands, victorious. You can do this. Maybe we're in a space that we don't know what to do because we were very, in that Five of Cups, we were focused on the old way or the old path or how things used to be. And we're struggling to figure out how. Going back to that scrambling aspect of, hey, what's really going on here? I'm trying to figure this out. But you are capable. We wouldn't be in those positions if we weren't. And that's hard to hear at times. It doesn't have to just be related to this message, but life in general, being in those very difficult spaces. We're only dealt what we can handle. And when we're in it, we sure as shit don't feel like we can handle it, but we can. And it's believing in ourselves. We've got one last card here. Chariot, determination. Oh, before when I was saying about, being in those spaces and we just have to believe in ourselves. Well, we also need that fuel, and determined to win at all costs, whatever it is. It's not so much we can look at it as a battle, but also proving to ourselves that we can do this. Otherwise, we're a victim. We're in a place of lack. We are less than. We are very vulnerable to anything and everything. When we embody, that belief, and we have that punch, that energy to keep pushing forward, to navigate this on our own, to see that, hey, it is my job to figure this out because I'm expanding. Maybe that's the fuel that we need, that, hey, I'm moving up a level, and it is my job to do this, to prove to myself that I am capable of this, and everyone else. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe. And I will talk to y'all later.